a little cable, but also, of course, looking at wireless and telecom. Alan Nuckman joins us to take a look at Verizon for this morning's trade. He's a chief market strategist at St. Paul Research. So, Alan, I know that you as a technical guy, you're not caught up in the Verizon debt story, but
right.
They were able to get about $25 billion through a bond sale last week. Not sure if it did anything for the stock. We're pretty much in the same place we've been now for the last couple months. So why is it on your radar?
Well, number one, it didn't hurt the stock, and it reacted positively, and that's a big number. Now, there's so many optimistic things out there. We've got the VIX that Ben was talking about coming back down to that 20 handle here, and you've got the S&P pressing on 4,000, which is the target from the breakout we saw at the end of last summer. Okay, so we've seen a rotation into some of the more slow-moving stocks, let's say that nicely. We talked AT&T had about a 10% move in the last couple of weeks. We did U.S. Steel that had a breakout there. So it's the strategy. But what I like in Verizon here is that it's stuck sideways between 50 and 60 for the last 2 years. And right now it's at that 55 midpoint. It's only up 5% in the last year compared to the S&P, which is up, more than 50%.
Okay. So you're saying Verizon's got to get a move on, basically.
Well, it looks like it wants to get a move on. My smart money indicator is seeing money flows go into this. And again, this 55 pivot's pretty important. We've got plenty of time in this play because the volatility is low in this stock, in a boring stock. It's cheaper. You can buy more time in the options, so that's a great trade-off for me. What I'm looking at here is the 52.5 calls for June. There is no May option, and the April option is too little time, even though I'm looking for something to happen in the next couple weeks. So you can get a June option, which is 3 months of time. A lot can happen in 3 months. And in the money option, a delta of 70%. It's trading at about 4, and I think we're about 56 or so in the stock. So the break even on this is 75 cents in the next 3 months. I like the way this is set up. And if we just get back to 60 to the top of the channel, that option nearly doubles in value.
Okay. Hey, Alan, for those that don't follow your work specifically, remind us the smart money indicators. What does that mean? Because over the past year, the smart money has been the little guy buying these unloved stocks that go to the moon.
Well, what we're looking for is money flows. You're seeing money flows, and that's usually an indication that somebody has a good idea that something's going to happen. And you can see that in the options markets. We've got an algorithm that measures that. So
okay.
It's something that you've seen, successful. We saw, like I said, U.S. Steel, we took 100% profit last week. So what we're looking for is a modest move in the underlying stock, which produces a big gain in the right option. And that's what we've seen over and over again. American Airlines was another one that we saw a lot of money pile in. And guess what? It broke through that 22 and it's up to 25 now. So follow the money, I think someone once said. Okay.
Hey, you've been hot. I'm not taking it away from you. Just want to make sure we keep you honest here. All right. By the way, American up 9% this morning, Alan. Are you out of there at $25?
Yeah, so we have our targets in place. I sell half our positions with a 50% gain and the other half at 100%. You leave money on the table, but you know what? Those kind of numbers you can't compare.
Okay. American really exploding here this morning to the upside. We'll see Verizon next. Can you finally get a bid in some of these slower moving, I believe was your phrase, some of the old school telecoms, AT&T, basically.
Hey, I'm not old. I'm old school too. The old school's not bad.
That's true. In most regards, that's true. I agree. Alan Nuckman, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the trade. Alan's the chief market strategist at St. Paul Research, looking for a rally in Verizon. When we come back, let's go to the small cap space. This morning, taking a little bit of a breather. They've been way out in front, and now that's led some to